You're listening to KCPR the Rec, your place to recreate, with your host, Caitlin, Jonathan, and Joe.
Hey there, and welcome to KCPR the Rec. Today's podcast, we will give you a new programmer's pick. Jonathan will give you another bad dad joke.
You know I will.
And we will take a look at some upcoming recreational programs with what's on deck for Parks and Rec. Joe, why don't you give us today's National Day for today?
Day.
Today's National Day.
Today is National Pistachio Day.
I love pistachios.
Today is set aside for all pistachio lovers to eat their favorite nut all day long.
Sounds like a great day, don't you think, Caitlin?
Yes, I love pistachios. My favorite, actually, that I've been hooked on now is the chili lime ones.
Yeah, you don't share them with anybody.
Pre-deshelled.
So now you're taking all the fun out of actually eating pistachios.
More time for snacking, less cracking.
See that?
Did they pay you to endorse that and say it on the air?
I wish. Hashtag @MePistachio. That's not how you
Shameless.
say it.
Shameless.
Damn, it's millennial.
So pistachios are a relatively new thing, right, Caitlin? At least Caitlin's love for them.
Yeah, I would say so. Just since they, brought that flavor.
So, yeah. You at least share some pistachios with us now?
I always do.
Not with me.
Yes, I do.
You haven't offered to share any pistachios with me.
Yeah. You just share them with
I have them out at the table, and if you guys are around and want some, go for it.
They're expansive.
They are expensive, so don't be too greedy.
Yeah, I know.
Wash your hands, too,
So,
before
some
taking
little
the bag.
pistachio trivia here for you. Did you know the pistachio tree only grows about 20 feet tall? And Iran claims to have a 700-year-old tree, and the Chinese call the pistachio the happy nut.
Joe, where did you get this information from?
From my
See?
brain.
See, I knew pistachios weren't that new.
Yeah. So, but, you can celebrate National Pistachio Day by doing hashtag National Pistachio Day by eating pistachios or your favorite pistachio dessert. Do you have a favorite one? Let us know and share with a friend. If you know Jonathan, you know the fact that he is a dad, and he loves his jokes.
I do.
Jonathan's bad dad joke of the day.
All right, Jonathan, what manner of dad joke did you bring us today?
Well, it's going to be a bad one.
A bad one.
I mean, that fits with the segment. It's a bad
Bad dad joke.
joke.
Yeah.
Is it about pistachio nuts?
Caitlin, thanks for asking. And yes, I did decide to keep my joke in theme today.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Look,
Would you just look at
would
it?
you just look at it? So the other day I was talking with a friend, right? And she goes into this trance, and I was like, what are you doing in there? Apparently, she imagined that she was stuck inside a pistachio, so I told her to snap out of it.
Bah.
But she couldn't.
What if it was one of those ones, when you try to open them up and you can't get your fingernail in there, and
Oh,
you just kind of gave
toss
up
it.
and
No,
threw it
actually,
away?
I try to crack it with my teeth.
And that's bad.
Well, so when you get one of those really easy to open pistachios, like you crack it right open and you get to enjoy that sweet pistachio goodness inside,
Yeah.
you naturally go for another one, right?
Yeah.
And when you find one of those nuts that the shell's like totally still
Difficult.
sealed, you can't open it, what do?
Get a
Crack it
hammer.
with my teeth.
Well, sure, once you finally rectified that situation, you get inside that pistachio, you go for another, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's gambling in a nutshell.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, was that the joke, or?
There's two jokes to go,
Oh,
apparently.
okay. That one was a good one.
I was wondering why we were talking about pistachios. So.
Yeah, no, I was like, I like where this is going.
Okay, all right.
You guys heard about this pistachio ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nuts.
I like peanut butter ice cream. It's nutty.
Into the rec room.
All right, so with the recent release of the Kent County Parks and Recreation Spring Program Catalog and warm spring weather just around the corner, we thought it was time to bring you another programmer's pick. So if this is your first time hearing about this, each of us, Caitlin, Joe, and myself, we're going to bring up one program to discuss with you. Like last time, it's going to be draft style, and we're going to focus on leagues.
All right,
Now,
I'll go last.
Caitlin, you went last during our last draft, so you get to go first this time.
Okay.
And she is done, so it's my turn.
Disqualified.
Disqualified.
All right, well, this might come off as predictable. But my draft league is going to be the KYSL, Kent Youth soccer league.
Ooh.
All right.
Haven't heard about it in our last podcast
Have
or
not heard
seen
about
any
it.
of the flyers that we've handed out.
Nope.
Or see any of the posts that we made on any of our social media pages.
Mm-hmm.
Or seen our website.
Uh-huh.
Or seen the recent video that we just launched.
Uh-huh.
You're hearing about it here now. So
Yeah.
this league is going to be fun. It's going to start up this spring. Practices start on the 10th. The league starts again up on the 21st. We're going to have it here at our beautiful facility, conveniently located in Dover, Delaware, right near Camden, right off of Route 13, so it's easy for you to travel to. So now that you're hearing about it, go ahead and tell your sisters, your brothers, your aunt, your uncle, your father, your mother, your second cousin removed unborn baby child, and register for this spring program.
You don't want them to tell the grandparents?
You can tell anybody who's anyone.
But I still can't play in it, though, right?
You can coach. Remember?
I have to coach now?
Coach Joe.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I gotta coach again.
Himself a little rec team.
Yeah. We're gonna win everything.
Okay.
If not.
All right. Okay. So that's Caitlin's entry. Not bad, Joe.
All
Why don't
right.
you go for it?
So I'm gonna go for my personal favorite. You know, one of the ones that I do here. I've been doing
Lacrosse.
not lacrosse. we take a break in the spring because all the lacrosse players are they're doing the special sport now. So,
Oh,
but
I
I'm gonna do my youth flag football league. Now I offer this, you know, all year long. You know, in the wintertime we come inside, but outside, you know, when it comes spring, fall, and summer, we play out on the turf field. So, so in my youth flag football league, players will receive training in the fundamentals of skills of offense and defense. And it is a non-contact league, so we kind of emphasize on, you know, making sure the kids understand that there's no tackling, no stiff arming, you know, that kind of stuff, no concussions. And we kind of focus on throwing and catching. So we do allow run plays in the league, but we really want to emphasize on kids, you know, throwing, catching, understanding, you know, the game itself, not just give it to the one person, let them run, right, kind of, you know, determine the whole game. And
Gotcha.
we're gonna have games. We're gonna have them on Sundays from between like 12:30 and 2:30, and then we'll have a practice night on Wednesdays from 5:30 to 7:30. So we'll practice under the lights on the turf field.
Oh, man, that's
and
cool.
I
So
will
it's kind of like a
Nice.
developmental league.
Yes, I would say that, and I give a big shout out to the coaches that I have that are, you know, some of our part-time staff members here, that they take a lot of pride into coaching these guys, you know, and these kids into these the football too, because they really do enjoy it and they get really, really into it, and they get pretty competitive about seeing, you know, how well they coach their teams. But this league is meant to be fun, and, you know, for kids, maybe this is the first time ever trying to play football. Maybe they don't want to play full-on tackle football just yet.
Gotcha.
Smart.
All right.
Smart.
All right. I see you, Joe Pa.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Your turn.
thank you, Caitlin. I decided to bring
Lacrosse.
Not quite. Not quite. I decided to bring a league that's brand new to Kent County Parks and Recreation, and I knew Caitlin was going to go something with youth, and I knew Joe was going to go something with youth, so I wanted to mix it up, and I brought a parent and child league.
Ooh.
It's putt-putt.
Ooh.
So here's some of the details about the putt-putt league. It's only $20
Ooh, nice.
to register yourself and your 8 to 11-year-old. It's a great program. It's going to meet on Saturdays from April 18th to May 16th. That's 5 weeks. At 10 a.m. on Saturday morning over at Three Sweet Sisters.
Ooh.
Now, here's the catch. Each time you show up to play, you're going to have to pay $8 per player.
It's cheap.
But that's pretty cheap. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's absolutely pretty cheap. And not only is it a fun experience, great opportunity to spend some quality time with that little one and your family, but they're going to get an ice cream cone every week
Yum.
after the game.
Pistachio.
So it's a great way. Maybe pistachio ice cream, yes. yes.
Segway.
Segue back into pistachio land. So not only is it a great way to like introduce golf and one of the fundamentals of golf and putting, but it's a great way to have some quality time.
Yeah.
There's going to be a little bit competitive, but I mean, it's about having fun.
Yeah.
And that ice cream at the end, whether it's pistachio or chocolate or vanilla,
will be sweet.
it will be a sweet ending to a great deal.
Can I just go for ice cream though?
You can.
Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. Yeah, ice cream and coffee.
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. You've heard the programmer's picks. That's our draft. We need you to help us. Tell us which programmer won this draft. Go ahead and comment online, whether you're on one of our social medias listening to this or you're on Podbean. Drop us a comment. Let us know which programmer's pick you liked the most and why. And help Joe possibly beat Caitlin. Or Caitlin beat Jonathan. Or Jonathan beat Joe.
You referring to yourself in the third person?
I was. Jonathan was doing that, yes.
Well, Joe thinks that wasn't smart to do.
On deck with Parks and Rec.
All right, so let's take a look at some of our upcoming programs. If you haven't heard, our spring brochure has just mailed out, and registration is now open. So this is your chance to register for, a fitness-related class, educational program, or one of our just recently discussed leagues that we're going to be offering.
And believe it or not, some of our programs actually fill up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't hesitate. Don't wait to go register for one of our amazing spring programs.
Correct.
So to register for any of these programs, you can check us out online at
www.co.kent.de.us/parks-recreation.aspx.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you should check out our next episode where we're going to discuss the XFL and how Vince McMahon has changed some of the football rules that you know and love to make the game safer. We're, of course, going to bring you a word from our director. We're going to talk to you about what's on deck for Parks and Rec. And, of course, we'll give you another national day. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Bye.
Check you later.
Put out an order.
Yep. Had to do something different.